Hello everyone. In today's video we will discuss about preparation of different functional groups or synthesis of different functional groups by using Grignard reagent, or we can say it as a reactivity of Grignard reagent with the different functional groups. So Grignard reagent is very important because of its use to prepare different types of functional groups. Now let me start with the discussion. Before going to synthesize different functional groups, we will see how Grignard reagent react towards different types of systems. So already we discussed about the Grignard reagent preparation and preparation of alkanes, alkenes and alkynes using Grignard reagent in last video. Grignard reagents are nothing but organometallic compounds of type RMgX. So this Grignard reagent generally react very quickly. Grignard reagent react very quickly with active hydrogens. With active hydrogens. That means acidic hydrogens. But when there is different functional groups, but with different functional groups, there will be some sort of reactivity order. Follow a reactivity order. So if you take a different functional groups such as alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, esters and so on, based upon the type of functional group, reactivity do alter. If you take alcohols, because of presence of acidic hydrogen, Grignard reagent react with alcohols very quickly. And then aldehydes, because of less hindrance and electrophilic carbon, reactivity will be high. Next, with ketones. So ketones will be less reactive than aldehydes because of hindrance. And then acid halides are more reactive than esters. Esters are more reactive than acid anhydrides. Acid anhydrides. They are more reactive than amides. They are more reactive than alkyl halides. So we write as Rx. So this is the reactivity order of different functional groups towards a Grignard reagent. For example, if I consider a compound in this way, let me assume that it is having an alcoholic group, a keto group and an ester group. So among these three different functional groups, among these three, one is alcoholic functional group, another one is ketone and the other part is ester. Among these three, reactivity of alcohol is more than ketone, which is better than ester. So when it is allowed to react with Grignard reagent, first alcohols do react. That means if I consider one equivalent, only 1 mole of Grignard reagent, CH3MgBr, because of presence of acidic hydrogen, first methane is lost. So first CH4 is lost, right? So CH3 from Grignard reagent and H from alcoholic system. So CH4 is lost, forming a compound that is OMgBr, and remaining thing keto ester. So first alcohol got reacted. Now when it is allowed to react with the second equivalent, so another one more equivalent of Grignard reagent. Now in the reactivity order, ketones are more reactive than esters. So first ketones do react. because of more electrophilic nature of this carbon. Here, due to presence of lone pair electrons of oxygen, the electrophilic nature of carbon present in ester is less. So when that react, it leads to product formation. The obtained product will be OMGBr. So here this converts into OMGBr. Methyl group got attacked here, and remaining system, that is nothing but ester. Now when this is allowed to react with another equivalent of Grignard reagent, actually here two equivalents of Grignard reagent are required, but let me discuss about it. First, when I add one equivalent Grignard reagent, now ester will start to react, giving a product. So the obtained product is OMGBr. Remaining thing, this is nothing but another part of OMGBr, methyl. This is another OMGBr, and this is the ester system when alkyl group attack. Now this bond will be shifted here, and this ester group will be lost, right? We will see why it happens, or how it happens in another form. This lead to the remaining system, OMGBr. This is again OMGBr. This methyl group remains as it is. This is the methyl group converted into keto, and ethoxide is gone. Now this react with another equivalent of Grignard reagent. Now the obtained product will be a remaining system as it is. Here there is a methyl, and here it is OMGBr. Remaining system. Now there will be attack of another methyl group here. This leads to OMG. This on hydrolysis. If we hydrolyze this, the bond between oxygen and magnesium was cleaved out, forming alcohol and MgOHBr. So the obtained product will be, all these groups are converted into alcoholic systems. So this also converted into alcohol, a methyl here, two methyl systems, and this also converted into alcohol. This system also converted to alcohol. So this is how it happens. That means when a compound having different functional groups is allowed to react, what you get? First alcohol to react, then aldehyde if exists, or ketone, or acid halide, ester. That is the reactivity order. So if I have taken alcohol, ketone, and ester, first alcohol got reacted, then ketone, and then finally ester, leading to the corresponding product, right? So this is how a reactivity of different functional groups towards Grignard reagent. Now let us discuss about synthesis of different functional groups from Grignard reagent. So let me discuss about synthesis of different functional groups from Grignard reagent. Different functional groups from Grignard reagent. Right. So first let me start our discussion with the synthesis of alcohols. Synthesis of alcohols. Again, there are different types of alcohols: primary, secondary, tertiary. We will discuss about primary first, then secondary, then tertiary. Let me start with an example directly. So any Grignard reagent. So let me take some R group, CH3, CH2, 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 something, some chain, MgBr. Now if this is allowed to react with the formaldehyde, whenever I use a formaldehyde, you always get primary alcohol. If I use acetaldehyde, you will get secondary alcohol. If you use ketone, acetone, then you will get a tertiary alcohol. So if I want to prepare primary alcohols, remember always I need to consider formaldehyde reactivity with Grignard reagent. So when this is allowed to react with Grignard reagent in presence of tetrahydrofuran or any ether followed by hydrolysis, right? So first step is this R minus group go and attack over the electrophilic carbon, right? Now the product obtained will be CH3 carbon 2 3. This got attacked over this carbon. There is already 2 hydrogens here, so don't bother about hydrogens now. And this converted into OMgBr. Now we are carrying out hydrolysis. So during hydrolysis, the bond between oxygen and magnesium is gone, and you will get MgOH-Br. This bond is gone, and this converts into OH. So that's how we got primary alcohol. So wherever I get primary alcohol, that means we are using some formaldehyde. So let me see another example. If I have taken phenyl magnesium bromide allowed to react with formaldehyde in presence of ether or tetrahydrofuran followed by hydrolysis. In the first step, I will get, this is the group which is showing SN2 pathway. Phenyl will attack over this system. This bond got shifted here, convert into O minus. That O minus is attached with Mg plus, because this is partial positive, this is partial negative, right? So magnesium bromide goes to oxygen, and phenyl group goes to carbon. So the obtained product will be phenyl, and this is the CH2 OMgBr. Now we are carrying out hydrolysis. So when I do hydrolysis, this is what intermediate. So through this intermediate, as we are doing hydrolysis, there will be cleavage here, making H towards oxygen and OH towards magnesium. So the final product will be EH CH2 OH, and remaining product, that is Mg OH and Br. This is the final product. So again we got primary alcohol. So whenever I use formaldehyde, you will get primary alcohol, right? Another example. If I take this is the Grignard reagent, and this is allowed to react with formaldehyde. Even though the alkyl group system of Grignard reagent is bulky, as we are using formaldehyde, there is no repulsive forces. In the same case, if I use more bulky system as electrophilic system, that means instead of formaldehyde, if I take any ketone derivative which is having more number of branching, then the reaction do not occur here, right? Now in this case, this is the group which will attack over this formaldehyde system. Now the obtained product will be, in first step, there will be some formation of intermediate followed by hydrolysis. So now the final product will be, this R minus will attack here, converts into alcohol, and magnesium will convert into MgOH-Br. So again we got primary alcohol. So in any of this step, as I am using formaldehyde, I am getting primary alcohols as the product, as I am using formaldehyde. Instead of formaldehyde, if I use acetaldehyde, I am using acetaldehyde. For example, phenyl magnesium bromide allowed to react with acetaldehyde. Right? Similar. First step, tetrahydrofuran on heating. Second step, hydrolysis. Right? So first, this phenyl group will migrate. This phenyl group will attack over this electrophilic carbon, and magnesium goes to that. So now you will get an intermediate. So the obtained intermediate will be phenyl CHOMGBr, and there is CH3 here. This is the intermediate obtained, which on hydrolysis, this got hydrolyzed. On hydrolysis, this bond cleaves out, adding H over oxygen and OH towards magnesium, because oxygen gets partial negative and magnesium gets partial positive. So because of partial negative, H plus is attracted here. Because of partial positive, OH minus is got attracted. So leads to product formation. The obtained product will be pH, CHOH, CH3. And remaining thing. The remaining thing is Mg, OH and Pr. So now the obtained product is secondary alcohol. Right? As I am using acetaldehyde, I got secondary alcohol. If I use formaldehyde, you will get primary alcohol. Let me take another example here. So instead of taking Grignard reagent with phenyl system, I will take CH3 MgBr and benzaldehyde. Now this is the case. Now I am taking same tetrahydrofuran followed by heating and hydrolysis. Now the group which is attacking over electrophilic carbon is methyl. So this system attacks here and over. Now it also leads to some intermediate. Now I am not giving any intermediate, directly I am giving the product. So phenyl, carbon, already one hydrogen is there. Now CH3 got attacked here, and this converts into OH, and that magnesium converts into Mg, OH and Br. Right? In both cases we got same type of product. Right? Whether I use acetaldehyde or benzaldehyde, alternately I am changing this R and R prime groups. I have exchanged this phenyl to here and methyl group to here. Right? So whether that R or R prime, whatever may be it, I can use either methyl or phenyl. This is how you prepare secondary alcohols. In both cases we got secondary alcohols. Now if I want to prepare tertiary alcohol, if I need to prepare tertiary alcohol, right, let me take an example. If I take acetone, if I take formaldehyde, I will get primary. Acetaldehyde, I got secondary. If I take acetone, I will get tertiary. Here that R prime groups, they may be either methyl or phenyl systems. Right? So now they are allowed to react with Grignard reagent CH3 MgBr. Now here what happened, this CH3 minus will attack over this electrophilic carbon, and this oxygen converts into OMGBr followed by hydrolysis, leads to product formation. Now in the first step we are using ether as a solvent followed by hydrolysis. Now the final product will be R C, that CH3 got attacked here, this is R prime. After hydrolysis this converts into OH and remaining group, that is Mg, OH, Br. So now we got tertiary alcohol. Right? So to prepare tertiary alcohols, No need of ketones always. We can use esters also, acid anhydrides, the acid have chlorides, right, etc. Let me discuss that. By using ester, we can prepare tertiary alcohols, or we can use acid halides. We can use acid anhydrides. Right? So there you can prepare tertiary alcohols. Only tertiary alcohols are obtained. Can be prepared. But here we have to use excess of Grignard reagent. Right? With at least 2 same alkyl groups. With the same, at least 2 same alkyl groups. Reason, all these are allowed to react with 2 equivalents of Grignard reagent. So for each mole, I require 2 moles of Grignard reagent. Let me see an example. If I take esters, from ester, how to prepare tertiary alcohol. So ester is CH3 COOR, let it be. Now this is allowed to react with 1 equivalent of Grignard reagent, PHMgBr. This is 1 equivalent of Grignard reagent in presence of tetrahydrofuran. This is allowed to react in presence of tetrahydrofuran or either on heating. Now in the first step, this phenyl group go and attack over this electrophilic carbon, right? Because this got partial negative, this is partially positive, right? Now because of it, the obtained product is CH3 C, as a phenyl group attacked over this carbon, and this converted into OMgBr, right? This is the intermediate obtained. Now there will be cleavage of this bond, making this group to leave, right? Now this lead to obtained product will be CH3 C, this converted into double bond O, this is OR, right? That OR may combine with magnesium MgBr, so you will get Mg, that OR is here, and bromine. Now we got ketone. This is ester and this is ketone. Compared to ester, ketones are more reactive. That's what we have seen earlier in reactivity order. This is ester and here is ketone. Ketones are more reactive than ester. So the obtained ketone will react further. Here the obtained ketone, this will react with the Grignard reagent further. So this ketone, this one, will react with Grignard reagent. That means another equivalent of Grignard reagent. Now the obtained product is, now here also same, phenyl system will go and attack. Now the product obtained will be CH3 C O MgBr. Already one phenyl system is there. Now the second phenyl got attacked over this electrophilic carbon. Now this undergo hydrolysis. This undergo hydrolysis. Now during hydrolysis, this bond will cleave, leading to product formation. So the obtained product will be CH3COH and 2 phenyls over this carbon, and the final product obtained is MgOH. So this is how the product is obtained. Now one more thing, when I do hydrolysis, this group which got separated here, that also can undergo hydrolysis. This also can undergo hydrolysis. Now the obtained product is MgOH Br ROH. You will get ROH plus MgOH Br. Right. So that alcohol got separated. Right. So anyhow, the final product obtained is, this is the final product obtained, that is nothing but a tertiary alcohol. So esters react with two equivalents of Grignard reagent. One equivalent here, this is one equivalent of Grignard reagent here, and another one equivalent of Grignard reagent here. Totally two equivalents of Grignard reagents are allowed to react, giving a final product, that is tertiary alcohol. So let me prepare tertiary alcohol by using acid halides. Already we have seen that using ester, acid halides, acid anhydrides, you will get only tertiary alcohols when I use excess of Grignard reagent. So here already we have seen tertiary alcohol preparation by using ester and two equivalents of Grignard reagent. Let me see with the acid halides. So if I consider acid halide from acid halide, we are preparing tertiary alcohols from acid halide. So if I take R prime COX, this is tertiary and this is acid halide. Now this also allowed to react with 2 moles of Grignard reagent, 2 moles of RMGX in presence of THF on heating followed by hydrolysis. Now first you will get some intermediate. So the first obtained intermediate is R minus got attacked over this electrophilic carbon, leading to R minus CX R, and this is OMGX. After getting this X minus has left that system, forming a ketone. This forms a ketone, R prime C double bond O R. Now this again reacts with Grignard reagent. This again got reacted with the Grignard reagent. Right. Again R minus from Grignard reagent will attack. This converts into OMGX, followed by reaction with followed by hydrolysis. So finally obtained product is, I am giving the final product directly. So the obtained product will be R prime C. When the first alkyl system got attacked here, you got OMGX and X is gone, forming a ketone. Then again second alkyl group will attack and making this OMGBr followed by hydrolysis to form OH. The final products obtained will be along with that. This is the tertiary alcohol, and magnesium got converted into MgOH and MgX2. So two other products are obtained. So anyhow we are preparing tertiary alcohol here. Right. Next. Now remember one more important thing here. Instead of Grignard reagent, if I use any other organometallic compound which is less ionic than Grignard reagent, if it is more ionic than Grignard reagent, reaction will occur more readily. If I use any other organometallic compound which is less reactive than Grignard reagent, for example, if I have taken organometallic compound of cadmium or Gilman reagent such as R2CuLi, these are less reactive than Grignard reagent because these are covalent organometallic compounds, less ionizable, right? So they will react with acid halides. They stop after reacting, after transferring the first R minus. That means after forming aldehyde or ketone, reaction will not occur further. If I use Grignard reagent, first you will get aldehyde or ketone which will react further to form tertiary alcohols, right, or secondary alcohols, right. As I am taking acid halide, you are getting tertiary alcohol. If I take a formyl halide, you will get secondary alcohol, right. Now with acid halides, give ketones. And if I take a formyl halide, and with the formyl halide means HCOX. With this we will get aldehyde only. After forming aldehyde or ketone, reaction will stop. But if I take Grignard reagent, that formed aldehyde or ketone react further, right. So a reason for that is these things, they are reactive with less reactive systems like acid chlorides, acid halides, but they are not reactive with, more reactive species like aldehydes or ketones. Why? If you take organometallic compounds of cadmium or copper which are more covalent, they react with acid halides, but they don't react with ketones or aldehydes. Actually, acid halides are less reactive than ketones. That means actually what we expect these compounds to be reactive with ketone, but they don't react with ketone, but they are reactive with less reactive acid halides. The reason is here they don't go and attack on electrophilic carbon directly. What happened here? Let me see this. If I consider acid halide RCOX or RCOCl, right. So here when we take assume copper CuR2Li. Now what they do is, here R minus is not obtained. If you get R minus, this R minus go and attack, but here you don't get R minus. So what it will do is, it will partially ionize this system. First it tries to ionize this thing, right. As chlorine is more electronegative, this copper is trying to attract this. So that makes this carbon electrophilic, and after that R minus will attack, right. So otherwise, as it is not generating R minus, that R minus cannot attack over this system. If it is Grignard reagent readily generates negative charge over alkyl system, therefore that alkyl system directly attack over the electrophilic carbon. Here such R minus is not possible. Reason, they are more covalent, right. So this is the reason why acid halides react with even with covalent organometallic compounds, right. But esters, acid anhydrides, aldehydes or ketones, they do generally cannot react with organometallic compounds of cadmium, copper, etc. Right, let me continue. So this is how we prepare the tertiary alcohols from acid halides. Here we got tertiary alcohol. Similarly, we can prepare secondary alcohol also. If I take, instead of acid halide, if you take a formyl halide, you will get secondary alcohol. Right. So another way of preparing tertiary alcohols. If I take diethyl carbamate, diethyl carbonate, right? So diethyl carbonate means this is the system, diethyl carbonate system. Now if this is allowed to react with Grignard reagent, now what happens? First R minus will attack over this, R minus will attack over carbonyl system. This bond will shift and come back and making the one ether to leave, the one ethoxide group to leave. Again second alkyl group will attack, making the second system to leave. So totally two alkyl systems got Grignard reagents got attacked. Now the third one will attack, making this into alcohol. Totally 3 units are allowed to react over it. So 3 units will attack, right, in presence of either or tetrahydrofuran on heating followed by hydrolysis. So the final product will be R, first R group attacked, making this ethoxy group to leave. The second R group will attack, making the second system to leave. The third one attacked, making that to alcohol. So that's how we got tertiary alcohol. Right. Now, if I consider formic esters, from formic esters you will get secondary alcohols. From formic ester we get secondary alcohols. Formic ester means HCOOR, allowed to react with Grignard reagent. Here also you will require 2 moles of Grignard reagent in presence of either on heating or tetrahydrofuran on heating followed by hydrolysis. First step, R minus will attack, this bond will shift and come back and making this OR2 group. The second group will attack, forming alcohol. So totally 2 alkyl groups attacked here, and we got Mg, OH, X, and this alcohol is lost, right? So this is how the product obtained. Now from acid anhydrides, preparation of tertiary alcohols from acid anhydrides. If you take 2 moles of Grignard reagent, again 2 equivalents of Grignard reagent required. Let me say it as R prime, CO, O, CO, R prime. If I take 4 moles, here you will get a 2 moles of alcohol, right? So first R minus will attack here, this will shift and come back, making this to leave. The second will make this to alcohol. The same way third will make this and fourth will make this. So but anyhow you will get acid first. So acids in presence of acid Grignard reagents are unstable, so we are not bothered about the next step. So first what we are doing, first we will allow this to react with tetrahydrofuran on heating followed by hydrolysis. So the obtained product will be R prime carbon. When the first alkyl group attacked, this is converted into O minus and something and got converted into ketone. When the second one attacked, converted into alcohol. So this is the final product, right? So this is how we prepare alcohols, whether it is primary or secondary or tertiary. We can prepare alcohols not only from aldehydes or ketones, from epoxides also you can prepare alcohols, right? So let me discuss that. Synthesis of alcohols from oxyranes, or we call them as cyclic ethers, and a Grignard reagent, right? So alcohols are prepared on reaction of Grignard reagent, on the action of Grignard reagent over oxyranes. Let me take an example. I have taken a epoxide, substituted epoxide, allowed to react with a Grignard reagent, right? So in presence of, now when we do this phenyl system will go and attack, as this is always happening in SN2 pathway. This go and attack on less hindered carbon. Always this system will attack on less hindered carbon, because this is obeying SN2 path, right? So let me write that pH minus attack on less hindered carbon, Not only this, all Grignard reagents to prefer the same. Now first on reaction with in presence of tetrahydrofuran as a solvent on heating, followed by hydrolysis. So the final product will be, now when this got attacked, here you get phenyl system, this got shifted and this is OMGX. On hydrolysis this converted into OH, so the final product will be this converted into OH, and over this carbon you have phenyl. So what we got a secondary alcohol, right, from epoxides. And one more thing, the mechanism of Grignard reagent reaction with oxidants is similar to base catalyzed ring opening of epoxides, right? So let me check that also. Acid catalyzed ring opening of epoxides as well as base catalyzed ring opening of epoxides. Acid catalyzed ring opening of epoxides, and remember, base catalyzed ring opening of epoxides is nothing but similar to reaction of epoxides with Grignard reagent, right? So if I consider an epoxide here, this is an epoxide, this is allowed to react with methanol in presence of acid. Now first step, this acid will attack over lone pair of electrons of oxygen. So first H plus will take lone pair of electrons of this oxygen, making this to form. First step, this is the product obtained. As we got positive charge, there are two possibilities, either ring opening from this side or the other side or this side, right? So here you will get two types of carbocations. One thing is ring opening forming a tertiary carbocation, Another possibility is a ring opening from the other side forming a primary carbocation. Already we know that tertiary carbocations are more stable, so this will be the major product. Now when this undergone hydrolysis, when it happened, hydrolysis or in presence of methanol, what we have taken in the first step itself, right? This will convert into OCH3 here, whereas here we got OMe and OH here. So which is major product obtained here means that above one is the major product, because that is formed through tertiary carbocation. Acid catalyzed ring opening of epoxides proceed through carbocation intermediate. If it is base catalyzed, then it follow SN2 pathway. Here it is following SN1 pathway, right? So that's why we are getting formation of carbocation. So the above one follow, this is SN1 path. Now base catalyzed ring opening of epoxides follow SN2 path. Base catalyzed ring opening of epoxides. They follow SN2 pathway. When epoxides are allowed to react with the Grignard reagent, they follow mechanism similar to that of base catalyzed ring opening. That means they here also SN2, whereas in presence of Grignard reagent also it follow SN2. Now I am taking same type of system. And if I take CH3O minus in presence of CH3OH. Now again this go and attack over a carbon which is less hindered. So as this carbon is less hindered, methoxide will attack over that. So now the product is, when this attack here, this ring opening occurs. So this is OCH3. You will have O minus here and remaining system, right? So this will abstract acidic hydrogen from methanol, forming OH here. So the product will be minor product which is obtained from acid catalyzed. In acid catalyzed, this is the minor product. So in base catalyzed reactions also we got similar product, right? In presence of Grignard reagent also we will get product as that of SN2 pathway, base catalyzed. Right. Let me take one more example. If I have taken another epoxide in this way, epoxide with neighboring group participation, SN2 with neighboring group participation. So now if you take base like sodium ethoxide in presence of ethyl alcohol, if you take sodium ethoxide in presence of ethyl alcohol, or if I have taken Grignard reagent, both will occur in the same way. Alkyl group from Grignard reagent or base taken will attack over this carbon. Let me consider this as a labeled carbon. When it attacks, ring opening occur. Now the product will be, this is a labeled carbon, over that O ethyl ethoxy group, and this is O minus, and here chlorine. Now there will be neighboring group participation, because of which this is ethoxy group over this labeled carbon, and there will be formation of epoxide because this Cl minus is lost, right? So when I take a Grignard reagent, you will get similar product again. Instead of ethoxide, you will get alkyl group. That's all, right? So similarly, polyether formation also can be occurred, right? So polyether, polyethers commercially they are called as carbowaxes. Carbowaxes can be obtained through anionic polymerization reaction That too, if I have taken excess amount of if I take excess amount of epoxide group so excess amount of epoxide and less amount of base, so methoxide in terms of methanol. In such cases you will get polyethers like CH3O, CH2, CH2O, N times CH2, CH2OH as such. Right. So of course these polyethers are readily soluble in water. They are readily soluble in water. Reason, hydrogen bonding. They are readily soluble in water due to hydrogen bonding. Similarly, the same polyethers are used for preparation of non-ionic detergents also. For example, if you take a polyethylene glycol, it is allowed to react with stearic acid. Then you will get non-ionic detergents. Non-ionic detergents means nothing but liquid dishwashers. Liquid dishwash. Right, and so on. So anyhow, all these things are not necessary now. So anyhow, what we are discussing here, preparation of alcohols. To prepare primary alcohols, we require formaldehyde. So Grignard reagents are allowed to react with formaldehyde to form primary alcohols. When they are allowed to react with acetaldehyde, you will get secondary alcohols. When they are allowed to react with ketones, you will get tertiary alcohols. So to prepare tertiary alcohols, not only ketones, we can take esters also. With esters, two equivalents of Grignard reagent will react. With acid halides also, two equivalents of Grignard reagent will react. With acid anhydrates, you require two equivalents of Grignard reagent. With the diethyl carbamate, 3 moles of Grignard reagent will react to form tertiary alcohols, right? Acid halides, acid anhydrides, and so on. We can prepare alcohols from oxidants, that means cyclic ethers also. So when cyclic ethers are allowed to react with Grignard reagent, alkyl group of Grignard reagent always prefer to attack over less hindered carbon in SN2 pathway, forming alcohols. Right. So the attack of alkyl group of Grignard reagent over epoxide is like base catalyzer system. Right. In acid catalyzer system, it follows SN1 pathway. In base catalyzer system, it will follow SN2 pathway. So that's how we prepare alcohols from different functional groups. So preparation of or synthesis of alcohols from Grignard reagent. Now we will discuss about synthesis of aldehydes and ketones using Grignard reagent. So synthesis of aldehydes and ketones using Grignard reagent. Now, when Grignard reagents are allowed to react with HCN, Grignard reagent, when allowed to react with hydrogen cyanide, then you will get aldehyde. Of course, followed by reaction with hydrolysis. First step, you will take ether, and in second step, we would go for hydrolysis. Let me say an example. If I take Grignard reagent allowed to react with HCN in presence of tetrahydrofuran on heating. Now in the first step, what happened? This will attack over the carbon, making the bond to shift over nitrogen. Now the product obtained will be HC, ethyl group got attacked over the carbon and the bond got shifted over nitrogen. So you will get a double bond N EMgBr. When this is hydrolyzed, remember when there is a bond between carbon and nitrogen, when we do hydrolysis, oxygen preferably go to carbon and hydrogen to nitrogen, because among carbon and nitrogen, nitrogen is more electronegative. So you will get partial negative. As you have partial negative, hydrogen comes here and carbon gets partial positive, therefore OH comes here, right? So that's why during hydrolysis what you get? You always get it as HC. As two bonds are there, two bonds will cleave to form two OHs. So making that to lose one H2O, forming an aldehyde system, and this will convert into ammonia and MgOHBr. So overall 2 moles of H2O is used, right? Now you may get it out that after getting C double bond N, why can't the second ethyl group can attack over this carbon, making this bond pi bond to shift over nitrogen, right? Here that do not happen. A second equivalent of Grignard reagent do not react, because here first you will get, because the intermediate, so we are getting an intermediate here, this is the intermediate, because the intermediate, that is nothing but imine salt. Let me write that in this way: HC ethyl double bond N minus Mg plus Br. Now nitrogen is already having a negative charge, so because of negative charge over nitrogen, it will not allow another alkyl group to attack over carbon, right? So that imine salt bears negative charge. As it is getting negative charge, another alkyl group will not attack. As another alkyl group is not attacked here, we don't get alcohols, so reaction will stop here, right? So when Grignard reagent is allowed to attack over HCN, we got aldehyde. If it is allowed to react with RCN, for example, if it is Grignard reagent, if allowed to react with alkyl cyanide RCN in presence of tetrahydrofuran on heating followed by hydrolysis. Now instead of aldehyde you will get ketone. So this is how aldehydes or ketones are prepared from cyanides. Either it is hydrogen cyanide or alkyl cyanide. When allowed to react with Grignard reagent, you will get aldehyde or ketone. Now, similarly, we can prepare aldehyde or ketone by using esters also, right? So preparation of aldehyde or ketone from alkyl artho ester. We are discussing about synthesis of aldehyde or ketone from cyanides. Next, preparation of aldehydes or ketones from alkyl artho ester. Alkyl artho ester means if I take HCO ethyl, again another ethoxy, another ethoxy. Right. I have to take hydrogen here. If I take alkyl group here, then because of repulsive forces, this becomes unstable. Now, when this is allowed to react with Grignard reagent or MgX, here in presence of tetrahydrofuran on heating. Now, this R minus will go and attack over carbon, making one ethoxy group to leave. So finally the product which is lost is MgO ethyl X. This thing is lost, right? This is lost, forming HC. Here we get alkyl group remaining ethoxide systems as it is. Now it will not react with the second system of Grignard reagent. This is nothing but acetal. This acetal are more stable. Say this do not react with Grignard reagent. Right? Listen this. If over carbon, if you have a OH group and OR group, OH group and OR group, and this is another carbon system R, then we call this as hemiacetal. Now if it is HC, OR, OR and R, then it is called acetal. If it is R, C, OH, OR, R, then it is hemiketal. If it is R, C, OR, OR, R, then we call this as ketal. Right? Now here in the above case we got acetal. These acetals do not react with Grignard reagent. Now this on hydrolysis. When we do hydrolysis here, right? Now you will get 2 moles of ethyl alcohol is gone, forming HCr OH, which loses one water molecule, forming aldehyde. So finally we got aldehyde here. So this is preparation of aldehyde by using alkyl artho ester. Already we have seen one method of preparation of aldehyde or ketone by using cyanides. With the hydrogen cyanide you got aldehyde, and with the alkyl cyanide we got ketone. Whereas here with the alkyl artho ester we got aldehyde. Now from amide, preparation of aldehyde or ketone from amide. We already know amides are very less reactive. Amides are very less reactive. So these, if I take formamide, we get aldehyde. If I take acetamide or any other amide, we got ketones. So formamide gives aldehyde with the Grignard reagent. If you take other amides, instead of formamide, if I take any other amides, these other amides gives ketones with Grignard reagent. So this is how we are discussing about preparation of aldehydes or ketones. We are preparing aldehyde or ketone. First we have already seen preparation of alcohol. Now we are discussing about preparation of aldehyde or ketone. First we prepared aldehyde by using HCl. We prepared ketone by using RCl. Then by using alkyl artho ester we got aldehyde. Now by using formamide we got aldehyde. With the other amides we got ketone. Let me see an example. If I take formamide, HCONH2, hydrogens of this nitrogen are acidic. So when we allow it to react with a Grignard reagent, first this R minus will abstract hydrogen from amide system. It will abstract hydrogen, acidic hydrogen from this amide. So first step you will get H, C double bond O, NH, MgX plus RH. Because of acidic hydrogen, RH type alkane is gone. Now this one is allowed to react with, another mole of RMgX, Grignard reagent. Now first it will form an intermediate. So the obtained intermediate is, now the R minus will go and attack over this carbon. It will not attack over this nitrogen. So when this attack over this carbon, first it will lead to this product formation, H C R O MgX NH MgX. Right. It will not go and abstract the second hydrogen. Be careful about it. Right. So yesterday we already discussed why the second hydrogen is not abstracted. After getting first steric hydrogen from nitrogen, it will not go for second hydrogen. In order to abstract second hydrogen, what we have discussed, we require high temperature and in presence of pyridine as solvent, then only the second hydrogen can be abstracted from nitrogen. Right? In case of amines, we have discussed. Now anyhow, here the second hydrogen is not possible to abstract. So first this is the intermediate obtained. After getting this intermediate, this bond got shifted here, making this system to leave. So this on hydrolysis, the first step will be hydrolysis step. On hydrolysis, obtained product is HCr, this is a double bond O, plus that first converts into NH2, which undergo hydrolysis further to form NH3, and this magnesium converts into MgOH and X, 2 moles of course, 1 mole here, 1 mole here. Right. So you will get 2 moles of it. Now we may expect that we know that aldehydes are more reactive with the Grignard reagent. Here the obtained aldehyde will react further, but that do not happen. Right. Here obtained aldehyde or ketone, when a reaction of amides with the Grignard reagent, we will get aldehyde or ketone. That obtained aldehyde or ketone do not react further. Do not react further. Right. Reason is the intermediate formed is more stable. Is stable. That is the reason why they do not react with aldehyde or ketone which is obtained as a product. This is about preparation of aldehyde or ketone from Grignard reagent. So what we have seen, first step by using HCN to get aldehyde. Second, we have taken alkyl cyanide to form ketone. Third one, with alkyl ortho ethers we got aldehydes. Next, by using amides we got aldehyde. If you take acetamide, we got ketone, and so on. So we have seen synthesis of alcohols by using Grignard reagent, synthesis of primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols, synthesis of aldehydes by using Grignard reagent, synthesis of ketones by using Grignard reagent. Now we will discuss about synthesis of acids from Grignard reagent. Synthesis of acids by using Grignard reagent. So to synthesize acids, for example, if I take any Grignard reagent with carbon dioxide, Grignard reagent when allowed to react with carbon dioxide, then you will get acids. For example, if I take CH3, CH2, MgBr, when this is allowed to react with carbon dioxide, C double bond O, double bond O. Now this alkyl system will attack over this carbon in SN2 pathway in presence of THF or ether, followed by hydrolysis. In first step, this bond will shift, MgBr comes over oxygen and alkyl goes to carbon, followed by hydrolysis. After hydrolysis, you will get CH3, CH2, and this is C double bond O, and that OMgBr convert into OH, and this MgBr takes OH group. So this is the product. So we got acid. So Grignard reagents with carbon dioxide form carboxylic acids. If I want to form sulfonic acid, so first we will see synthesis of sulfonic acid. synthesis of sulfonic acid. When Grignard reagents are allowed to react with sulfur dioxide, if you take RMgX, allowed to react with sulfur dioxide SO2 having a lone pair of electrons. Now R minus will attack over here in presence of ether followed by hydrolysis. Now obtained product is when R minus attack here, this converts into O minus. So R S double bond O lone pair convert into O minus, thus on hydrolysis form convert into OH, and remaining is MgOHX. This is nothing but alkyl sulfonic acid. Alkyl sulfonic acid. Similarly, synthesis of sulfonic acid. Instead of SO2, if you take SO3, you will get sulfonic acid. Synthesis of sulfonic acid. If you take RMgX, allowed to react with SO3, sulfur trioxide, same in presence of ether on heating followed by hydrolysis. Now the obtained product will be R S double bond O OMgBr followed by hydrolysis convert into OH, and remaining thing MgOH and Br or X. So you got alkyl sulfonic acid. Now next one, synthesis of thionic acids. First we will see dithionic acid. Synthesis of dithionic acid. We are discussing about synthesis of different functional groups by using Grignard reagent. We have seen how alcohols are prepared, how aldehydes are prepared, ketones are prepared. Yes, then we have discussed about acids are prepared, sulfonic acids are prepared. Now we are discussing about dithionic acids. We will discuss about amines, mercaptans, esters, how they are prepared here, right? So first we will see this. A dithionic acid. When Grignard reagent is allowed to react with carbon disulfide, C double bond S double bond S, same way in presence of ether followed by hydrolysis. Now the product will be R C double bond S SH, and remaining thing MgOHX. Next, synthesis of mercaptans. Synthesis of mercaptans, or we call them as thiols. Synthesis of thiols, or we say thioalcohols, or in common names we call them as mercaptans. How they are prepared. So when Grignard reagent is allowed to react with sulfur directly, when it is allowed to react with sulfur in presence of ether on heating, then first R will attack over sulfur to form RS and MgX. Now this one on hydrolysis. On hydrolysis, what you will get? You will get RSH plus MgOHX. This is how thiols are prepared. Next, synthesis of amines. Synthesis of amines. Grignard reagent allowed to react with O-methyl, that means methyl group is attached to oxygen of hydroxylamine. So O-methyl hydroxylamine, right? So hydroxylamine means NH2OH. So instead of H, if you take methyl, right? So when Grignard reagents are allowed to react with O-methyl hydroxylamine, when you take only one equivalent, the first equivalent of it will react with this, forming first alkyl group will take acidic hydrogen. That's what happened in case of amides also. So first one form RH type alkane, and remaining thing left over is over nitrogen NH, we got MgX, and remaining thing is OCH3. Now when this reacts with the second equivalent of Grignard reagent, another one equivalent of Grignard reagent, now a reaction will occur in a different way. First one, this R group, this R and go and attack over again over nitrogen. This R group will go and attack over this nitrogen. Then what is left? NH, R, MgX. When R attacks over this nitrogen, this OCH3 goes to magnesium. So magnesium will get OCH3 and X. This is what we get. R group go and attack over nitrogen. Because oxygen is more electronegative, it tries to pull the bond electron cloud towards it. So R goes to nitrogen and magnesium goes to oxygen. Now this obtained product, this on hydrolysis, now what you will get? OH over magnesium and H over nitrogen. You will get RNH2. That means nothing but primary amine. So we got primary amine, and remaining thing is MgOHX. So that's how we got primary amines, right? Now another way of preparing primary amine, if you take chloramines, chloramines also react with the Grignard reagent. That means instead of OH, you have chlorine over NH2. If you have OH group, we call it as hydroxylamine, right? If you take chloramine, chloramines, they also react with Grignard reagent, give primary amines. But instead of primary amines, if you take a tertiary alkyl group, then obtained primary amines are occur more readily, right? So here you get primary amines but are unpleasant. They are unpleasant. So we have to take tertiary alkyl group. So they are unpleasant to handle because reaction cannot be stopped. So if you take, and the yields are good, only for tertiary alkyl group. When you take tertiary alkyl group, then only the yields are good, right? So that means if you take a tertiary alkyl magnesium halide, allowed to react with chloramine, right? So in terms of THF on heating, the first step is R minus go and attack over nitrogen. Then you will get RNH2 plus R group will go and attack over nitrogen. You will get RNH2, and the remaining thing is MgX and Cl. This is the product. Now, preparation of primary amines by using isocyanates. When you take cyanides with the Grignard reagent, lead to formation of aldehydes or ketones. But when you take isocyanates, you will get amines. Now say this. If you take alkyl isocyanates with the Grignard reagent, R prime N carbon. So alkyl isocyanate, or instead of that we can rearrange it as R prime N plus triple bond carbon minus, because nitrogen donated lone pair of electrons towards carbon. Now when this is allowed to react with a Grignard reagent, in first step, instead of R minus, magnesium will attack. So in first step, first Mgx, or where it has Mg plus X, will add to carbon, because carbon is having negative charge and magnesium is having positive charge. So first this will go and attack. Now when that happen, the product obtained will be R prime N. You will get first you will get a triple bond carbon Mgx, and you have positive charge over nitrogen. Then that bond shifts back. When that bond shifts back, this becomes double bond, carbon gets positive charge and nitrogen got its lone pair back. Then R minus will attack over carbon. After forming this, R minus group of Grignard reagent adds to same carbon. That means overall both cationic part and anionic part of Grignard reagent adds to carbon only. So now the obtained product is R prime N got its lone pair back, carbon R, and here we got Mgx. Now this undergo hydrolysis. Already we discussed during hydrolysis, always nitrogen gets hydrogen and carbon gets OH group. So the product obtained will be R prime NH2 plus, you will get OH and OH, so that converts into C double bond O. So you will get R C double bond OH plus this convert to MgOHX. So finally you got primary amines. So this is how we prepare amines, either by using alkyl isocyanates or chloroamines or oxygen O-methoxy hydroxylamines. O-methoxy hydroxylamines all will form amines. Now synthesis of cyanides. How to prepare cyanides? Synthesis of cyanides, alkyl cyanides. Now when Grignard reagent allowed to react with cyanogen, Grignard reagent allowed to react with cyanogen, then you will get RCN plus MgCnX. Right. Similarly, Grignard reagent is also added to cyanogen chloride. Grignard reagent is added to ethereal solution of excess cyanogen chloride. It is one of the best methods. It is one of the best method of preparing tertiary alkyl cyanides. Right. So this are MgX when this is allowed to react with cyanogen chloride. It may form RCN, or you may get RCl also. If you get RCN, you will get MgCl2. Instead of that, it may form RCl also, alkyl chloride, RCl, then you will get MgCN chloride. So this is how we prepare alkyl cyanides. Next, synthesis of esters. How esters are prepared by using Grignard reagent. Synthesis of esters. Generally, when esters are allowed to react with Grignard reagents, what we got? It leads to tertiary alcohols, right? So tertiary alcohols can be prepared easily. So here, instead of preparing tertiary alcohols, we need to stop the reaction. To do that, we have to take controlled amount of, that means measured quantity of Grignard reagent. That means if we take one equivalent of Grignard reagent, only one equivalent of Grignard reagent, and if it is allowed to react with ethyl chloroformate, right? So this is called, this is called ethyl chloroformate. So when this is allowed to react with ether, in presence of ether which is acting as a solvent, now what you will get? First R will attack, R carbon is converted into O, that is MgX, remaining things as it is, O ethyl as it is, and chlorine as it is. Now when we heated, this bond gets shifted here, and as chlorine is more electronegative, it got eliminated. When it got eliminated, this always happen in terms of acid or hydrolysis, then it leads to RCO, O ethyl, chlorine is gone. That chlorine may combine with magnesium, forming MgClX. This is the final product. So reaction ends up with esters, but problem here is these esters can readily convert into tertiary alcohols, right? So if you take bulky group, when this R is bulky, reaction will stop after forming ester, right? So that means if you take any tertiary alcohol, so esters of tertiary alcohols are conveniently prepared. That means when there is a bulky group, we can prepare it easily. Are conveniently prepared. Otherwise, the formed ester may react further. For example, if you take any tertiary alcohol in this way, allowed to react with Grignard reagent, CH3MgI. As we know, because of presence of acidic hydrogen, methane is lost. So first methane is lost. When methane is lost, what is left? This is OMgI. Now, this is now allowed to react with acid halide, CH3COCl, followed by hydrolysis. First and second step, we need to hydrolysis. When we do that, first this alkyl group This go and attack over this carbon, making chlorine to leave. So what is the product obtained means ethyl C double bond O, this is a tertiary system. Chlorine is lost, that will be taken by magnesium, so you will get MgCl. So that's how we will get ester. This is the way of preparation of esters. Next, synthesis of ethers. Synthesis of ethers, like SN2 pathway, like Williams and ether synthesis. Like if you take alpha monochloroether, if I take alpha monochloroether, so monochloroether on alpha carbon, so this is ethoxy, right? So how this is obtained means, if you take any alcohol, when alcohol is allowed to react with a formaldehyde in presence of acid like HCl. Now here H2O is lost first. From here hydrogen, oxygen from here, again hydrogen from here. So H2O is lost. When H2O is lost, you will get this product. Such alpha monochloroether, when this is allowed to react with Grignard reagent, let me take it as RMgX. Now first R minus will go and attack over carbon, making Cl to leave. So the product will be this ethoxy group remained as this CH2. Instead of chlorine you got R, that chlorine gone out as MgClX. So that's how what we got ether, right? Similarly, synthesis of halides, synthesis of particularly iodides, alkyl iodides, nothing but halides. So if you take RMgCl, when it is allowed to react with iodine II, then what happen? R minus, this R minus will attack over this iodine, making the other system to leave. So the obtained product will be Ri plus Mg iodine and chlorine. Instead of that, you can take bromine also, RMgCl with bromine Br2, Br bond Br. Same way, R will attack, so you will get RBr, and remaining thing is Mg, Br and Cl. So that's how we prepared alkyl halides. So what we have seen, preparation of alcohols. In the first case, we started with preparation of alcohols. First we have seen how Grignard reagent react with different functional groups. First one, alcohols are more reactive than aldehydes, more reactive than ketones, than acid halides, than esters, than acid anhydrides, than amides, than alkyl halides. So first we prepared alcohols, how alcohols are prepared. Then we prepared aldehydes and ketones. Then we prepared esters, anhydrides, amides, amines and halo compounds. So first we have seen preparation of alcohols. That too, how to prepare primary, secondary, tertiary. When you take formaldehyde, we got primary alcohols. When we take acetaldehyde, we got secondary alcohols. When we have taken ketones, we got tertiary alcohols. When you have taken esters, we got tertiary alcohols. But when you take esters, we have to take excess quantity of Grignard reagent, at least 2 equivalents. When we have taken acid halides, again 2 equivalents of Grignard reagent gave tertiary alcohols. But instead of Grignard reagent, if we have taken other organometallic compounds of cadmium or copper, as they are more covalent, they do not react further. They stop the reaction after forming aldehyde or ketone in the intermediate case. Then, if you take a diethyl carbonate, then you will get tertiary alcohols. Now, if you take acid anhydrides with the 2 equivalents of Grignard reagent, we got tertiary alcohols. Now, how alcohols are prepared from cyclic esters, cyclic ethers? Grignard reagent attack on less hindered carbon to open the cyclic ring of ethers, forming alcohols, right? So it is like base catalyzer system, because base catalyzed ring opening of ethers, cyclic ethers, follow SN2 mechanism, whereas similarly Grignard reagent also follow SN2 mechanism in case of cyclic ethers forming alcohols. Then preparation of aldehydes and ketones. When you take hydrogen cyanide, we got aldehyde. When you take alkyl cyanide, we got ketone. Next, when you take alkyl orthoesters, then we got aldehydes. From amides, if you take amides, formamide give aldehyde, other amides gave ketones. This is how aldehydes and ketones are prepared. Now, preparation of acids. When Grignard reagent allowed to react with carbon dioxide, we got acid. With the sulfur dioxide, we got a sulfinic acid. With the sulfur trioxide, we got a sulfonic acid. With carbon disulfide, we got dithionic acid. With the sulfur, we got mercaptans, that means thiols. With orthomethyl hydroxylamine, we got primary amines. When we take chloroamine, we got primary amines. When you take alkyl isocyanates, then R group and magnesium group both attack on the same carbon, forming amines. Then, when Grignard reagents are allowed to react with cyanogens, we got alkyl cyanides. With the chlorocyanide, cyanogen chloride also we got alkyl cyanides. Next, when one equivalent of Grignard reagent allowed to react with ethyl chloroformate, then you got esters. If you take a tertiary system, then reaction will stop at ester. Otherwise, esters readily react with the excess of Grignard reagent to form tertiary alcohols. Next, preparation of ethers. Alpha monochloroethers react with Grignard reagents to form ethers. Grignard reagents react with either iodine or bromine, forming alkyl halides. This is how we prepare different functional groups from Grignard reagents. In next lecture, we will see some different types of reactions with the Grignard reagent. That means a reaction with alpha beta unsaturated systems, forming citric acid, coupling reactions, reactions of other organometallic compounds which will be in competition with the Grignard reagent, etc. After discussing some miscellaneous reactions, we will see some problems over Grignard reagent, and that's how we will end this topic, right? So we will discuss about reactions of Grignard reagent, some typical types of reactions of Grignard reagents like coupling reactions and so on in next video. Thank you.